Crouse.
Last year's Paranormal Activity, a down and dirty little horror film about a suburban home, a couple, and the evil spirit that shared the place with them, was the first and only time that I've ever heard anyone actually scream in a theater. And I don't mean a quiet whimper followed by an embarrassed laugh or a frightened little squeal. No, I mean a full-on, open-throated howl of terror. The movie was Leave the Lights On scary, and like other left-field horror hits, The Blair Witch Project and Night of the Living Dead, it was cheap to make and really profitable, so of course there had to be a sequel, or in this case a prequel. The question is, will the prequel be as good as Dawn of the Dead, that's the Night of the Living Dead's astonishingly nasty follow-up, or will it mirror the ill-fated Blair Witch model and tarnish the first movie's good name? Now, director Todd Williams, replacing series originator Oren Peli, doesn't stray too far from the kinds of thrills and chills that turned the first film into a box office success. Call it Three Demons and a Baby if you like, but the main difference here is the addition of a baby and a dog who has a scrap with a demon. Here's the rundown. After experiencing what looks like a home invasion, the family's home is torn apart while they're out, the sister of the woman from part 1 comes to the conclusion that perhaps a demon is terrorizing her home. Instead of calling Father Karras or Jack Brooks Monster Slayer, she decides to ignore the problem and hopes it goes away. It doesn't. Sound familiar? Well, it sure does. It echoes the first film so closely you may experience a déjà vu as you watch Paranormal Activity 2. Like the first one, the story is told through found footage, in this case a combo of horror movies made by the family and surveillance footage. Imagine a mix of America's Funniest Home Videos and a CNN crime report, and you kind of get the idea of what this movie looks like. Now, the look of the movie goes a long way in creating the tension that propels the scares. The setting is so ordinary, it takes place inside a regular-looking suburban house, and we're so used to watching this kind of camera work that the mix of the supernatural and the ordinary makes for some very tense moments. And there are more tense moments here than almost anything else. The movie is all build-up. It's an old-fashioned scare fest where the tension comes from the expectation that at any minute all hell could quite literally break loose. Now, nothing much happens for the first half an hour, and the movie is literally at the hour mark before anything of note happens. Mostly it is lo-fi thrills, a loud bang here, a slamming door there, and one of the first signs, of demonic possession, a frisky pool cleaner, is actually played for laughs. It is creepy, however. The absence of music lends an eerie feel to the film, which makes up for some of the epic silliness of the plot, like the mumbo-jumbo about a malevolent spirit that haunted the females' characters when they were young. Also, this family spends more time behind the camera than Haskell Wexler, and it is never explained why these people feel they have to record every single moment of their lives. Paranormal Activity 2 isn't scream your guts out scary like the first one. It couldn't be. We know what to expect the second time around, but it is good in a sort of spine-chilling kind of way. It's good Halloween fun.
Crouse.